Hello everyone, I'm Elvis Chand. Welcome to another reflection. Today I'm going to be talking about the power of forgiveness. Think of a friend you haven't talked to for a long time. Because you were angry with him, he said something or did something which hurt you, and you stopped talking to him. You think of him and feel hurt and get that feeling of resentment. You miss him or her. You still get that bitter feeling and wish that bad incident should have never happened. Your friend probably has forgotten about it and moved on. But here you are, clenching your teeth, feeling abandoned, lonely, living with the guilt of breaking up with him. What if you pick up the phone and talk to him? Say you're sorry for what happened and forgive him. Put it all behind and make up. What if your friend felt the same and says, I'm sorry too, and let's be friends again? That puts an end to the suffering you had been going through all along, and you're happy again. Remember one thing, the first to apologize is the bravest. The first to forgive is the strongest. And the first to forget is the happiest. Forgiveness is the key that unlocks the doors of resentment and hatred. It is the power that breaks the chains of bitterness and selfishness. Forgiving someone may cost you your pride, but not forgiving will cost you your freedom. You see, inner peace can only be achieved when we practice forgiveness. Forgiveness is letting go of the past and open the doors of your future. Forgiveness has got nothing to do with how wrong the other person was, no matter how evil, selfish, or rude he is. When you forgive, you break the unhealthy bonds between you and the accuser and free yourself. Forgiveness is the best form of love. You see, it takes a strong person to say I'm sorry, and even a stronger person to forgive. Forgiveness is not something we do for others, we do it for ourselves, to get well and move on. When you forgive, you don't change the past, you change the future. I'm a forgiving person because at the end of the day, I'd rather spend my life happy than be angry. Right or wrong, what's done is done. Now you have a choice of healing your wounds or be wounded forever. Sometimes by forgiving you also learn a lesson. I won't hate you, but I'll never get close enough for you to hurt me again. Laugh your heart out, dance in the rain, cherish the moment, ignore the pain. Live, laugh, love, forgive and forget. Life is too short to live with regrets. Forgiveness is not about keeping the scores, it's about loving and giving more. You see, there's no love without forgiveness, and there is no forgiveness without love. Be selective in your battles. Sometimes peace is better than being right. Always forgive your enemies. Nothing annoys them more than that. Forgiveness is not an occasional act. It's a consistent attitude. The weak can never forgive. Forgiveness is an attitude of the strong. You see, there's some good in the worst of us and some evil in the best of us. Nobody's perfect. It's better for you to forgive and smile again rather than remember and be sad and bitter all the time. Some people are driven with resentment and anger. They hold on to their hurts and never forgive them. Instead of releasing their pain through forgiveness, they repeat it over and over in their mind and become frustrated. It's like drinking poison, thinking that the other person will die, but you're killing yourself. You see, some people climb up their anger, some blow up and explode on others. All they need to do is forgive and free themselves. There's one thing which is common between women and elephants. They never forget. You see, men forget easily, but women may forgive, but she'll never forget. Darkness cannot drive out darkness. Only light can do that. If you repay hatred with hatred, hatred will never leave your house. But if you repay hatred with love and forgiveness, you create a heaven in hell. We must develop and maintain the ability to forgive. Remember, if you want your wife to be an angel, you first got to create a heaven for her. You see, mistakes are always forgivable if one has the courage to admit them. Certainly, people make mistakes in life, and I'm no different. When I mess up with people, I forgive them. When people mess up with me, I forgive them. And when I mess up with people, I ask for forgiveness. You see, good people also make mistakes. That doesn't make them bad. Acceptance, tolerance, and forgiveness are life-changing lessons. Forgiveness is a funny thing. It warms the heart and cools the sting. The greatest gift you can give yourself is to forgive others. Holding on to anger, resentment, clenching of teeth gives you sore muscles and a sore jaw. Forgiveness gets your laughter back, puts a spring in your feet, and gives you a new life. Forgiveness is giving and receiving life. Forgiveness is God's command, without which there is no future. So pick up that phone and talk to your friend you haven't talked to since a long time. Thank you very much for listening. God bless you all and keep you safe.